What happened? I mean, was this a coincidence that two books would come out at the same time about the group?
No, he was just being mean. He knew that I was writing the book, John and Denny and Cass's estate, to write the book, because I didn't want anyone to be upset.
50 years have gone by, yet the story of the Mamas and the Papas refuses to fade into history. Their songs defined a generation, but behind those beautiful harmonies lay a storm of betrayal, control, and heartbreak. At the center of it all was Michelle Phillips, a woman torn between love and manipulation, surrounded by secrets that could have destroyed everything the group built. Long before viral fame existed, their harmonies captured the spirit of California sunshine, creating music that made listeners dream even from the coldest cities. The band, John Phillips, his wife Michelle, Denny Doherty, and Cass Elliot, came together in 1965, mixing folk storytelling with polished pop arrangements that felt like a fresh wave of sound. Yet behind their effortless melodies was months of struggle, tension, and ambition. Cass Elliot fought her way into the group despite John's doubts about her image, and when she finally sang, her voice changed everything. Their breakthrough came with California Dreamin', a song born from the cold New York winter that soon became an anthem of hope. Success followed fast, with millions of records sold and a new genre, sunshine pop, created in their name. But as fame rose, harmony offstage began to fade. John Phillips's need for control tightened its grip. Cass longed for recognition. Denny found himself caught in emotional crossfire, and Michelle struggled to escape John's jealousy. Recording sessions became war zones, filled with anger and betrayal. Their hit "I Saw Her Again" was not just a song, it was John's public revenge against Michelle's affair with Denny. What the world heard as sweet melodies were, in truth, the sound of pain, heartbreak, and ego colliding. Behind the glamour, each member carried their own private battle. Cass Elliot, loved for her voice and humor, faced cruel scrutiny for her weight and image, fighting depression and self-doubt even as audiences adored her. John Phillips spiraled into addiction and paranoia, his genius clouded by substances that consumed his mind and body. Denny's health deteriorated in later years, worn down by the pressure and regrets of the past. Michelle lived through fear and control, her marriage marked by volatility and manipulation that haunted her long after the divorce. Their internal wounds shaped their music but also poisoned their unity. Cass's heartbreak over Denny, John's jealousy, Michelle's rebellion, and Denny's guilt tore at what little trust remained. Love triangles deepened the chaos. Michelle's affair with Denny shattered the group's balance. Cass's unreturned love for Denny broke her heart, and John's hypocrisy added fuel to the fire. Michelle was briefly fired and replaced, but fans revolted, forcing her return. Still, nothing was ever the same. Their music carried the weight of their broken hearts, turning what once was harmony into barely controlled collapse. Then came the scandals that would forever darken their legacy. Michelle revealed years later that John's cruelty went far beyond jealousy. It included violence and deep emotional torment. But the most horrifying revelation came from John's daughter, Mackenzie Phillips, who alleged a long, abusive relationship with her father, shattering any remaining illusion of his character. The revelation turned admiration into disgust and permanently stained the band's legacy. Cass's tragic death in 1974 added another cruel twist. A false rumor claimed she had died choking on a ham sandwich, a myth that followed her for decades, overshadowing her real cause of death, heart failure, and showing how cruelly misunderstood she was, even in death. By then, the Mamas and the Papas, once golden image, had turned into a cautionary tale of fame, addiction, and abuse of power. When the band finally split in 1968, it was the end of an era. Though they briefly reunited in 1971 for People Like Us, the magic was gone. John sank deeper into addiction, Denny faded into quiet life in Canada, and Cass was gone too soon. Only Michelle remained, carrying the memories and the pain. She rebuilt herself through acting, starring in films and shows that proved her strength beyond the music. In her later years, Michelle became the voice of truth, speaking openly about betrayal, jealousy, and the price of fame. Through interviews and documentaries, she shared not just the darkness, but the beauty of what they created together. She now works to tell their story on her own terms, promising a biopic that will finally reveal everything: the brilliance and the heartbreak. The Mamas and the Papas may have been torn apart by love and pain, but their music still shines, echoing through generations. As Michelle once said, "They were imperfect people who made perfect music, and that is what will live forever." Which band member do you think caused the most chaos in the group? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to Hollywood Bulletin and press the bell icon